Coming up, Hillary Clinton's critics just want her to say no to another presidential run, but she keeps leaving the door open. So Clintonian, isn't it? She did it again on Meet the Press. We'll talk about that when we come back here on The Ed Show on MSNBC. Welcome back to The Ed Show. There's a lot of buzz out there about Hillary Clinton's Meet the Press interview. She was on for the full hour and gave us a rare glimpse into her psyche, how she feels about the campaign and about President Obama's performance in office. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, she was asked again if she has any plans to run again. She gets asked about this everywhere she goes around the world.
In Thailand today, reporters were eager to know what plans Secretary Clinton has for the future.
Will we ever get to see you as president of the United States?
Well, that's not anything I'm at all thinking about. I think the job I have now is incredibly demanding. And I'm not somebody who looks ahead. You know, I don't know, but I doubt very much that anything like that will ever be part of my life.
So it's wait and see.
No.
Never say never.
Well, I am saying no, because I have a very committed attitude toward the job I'm doing now. And so that's not anything that is at all on my radar screen.
That was a great...
Okay, well, I only have one final question. As you know, Mayor Giuliani is following you in just a minute. And he's been talking to a lot of people in New York about running for governor next year. And a lot of governors think you're doing exactly the same thing. Are they right?
What? That I'm talking about?
Talking to people about running for governor.
Running for governor?
No, talking about running for governor yourself next year.
No. That's another one of those stories that never will die, and I hope maybe we can put it to rest today. No, I am committed to the job that I have. It is an extraordinarily important time to be the Secretary of State of my country and to work with President Obama in trying to pursue our interests and advance our values around the world, and that's what I'm going to continue doing.
So that rumor's dead. You're not running.
That rumor is dead, and if you could please, like put it in a little box and send it off somewhere, I'd appreciate it.
It is done. Madam Secretary, thanks very much for your time today.
Thanks, George. Good to talk to you. I think the job I have now is incredibly demanding.
I really admire the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, former Senator of New York, former First Lady, but Bill Press, I have to say that I think that if she's above the grass at 90, she'll be thinking about running for president. What do you think?
I announced today that I'm forming a presidential exploratory committee. I'm not just starting a campaign, though. I'm beginning a conversation with you, with America, because we all need to be part of the discussion if we're all going to be part of the solution.
So it is official. A woman is running for president of the United States.
We're going on, we're going strong, and we're going all the way.
I'll tell you, we are not quite sure if she is going to make her way to any sort of microphone for a statement. It doesn't appear that way, so we'll just kind of watch some of these pictures here.
She's faced moments of public pain and private crisis, and seems to get stronger. She went from the White House to Capitol Hill, an elected official in her own right.
And whether you talk about the polls that have changed on the trust that actually this country now has for women to manage the hardest thing that's kept us out of the White House, and that is security. Over half the voters now trust women at the same level as men to really make good decisions on foreign policy, homeland security, and the economy. And we've had 2 secretaries of state that have made it normal to see women in those positions.
I want you to think outside the proverbial box. I want you to give me the best advice you can. I want you to understand there is nothing that I welcome more than a good debate and the kind of dialogue that will make us better. So I take this office with a real sense of joy and responsibility, commitment and collaboration. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to work. Thank you, and God bless you here today in this historic, magnificent building. The 50th woman to leave this earth is orbiting overhead. If we can blast 50 women into space, we will someday launch a woman into the White House.
This Gallup poll that just came out, you were more popular than the president. President Obama, 56%, Clinton, 62%.
Now there's a new poll out showing that the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, is more popular than the president.
The most popular person in the Obama administration is not the president.
Good morning.
It's his Secretary of State.
It is just, to me, inexcusable that in a country as rich as ours, we cannot figure out how to provide quality, affordable health care.
For 15 years, I have stood up against the right-wing machine, and I've come out stronger. So if you want a winner who knows how to take them on, I'm your girl.
I want the 18 million people who have voted for me to be seen and heard, to be respected, to be given the real appreciation that you're due. We have won more votes than anyone has ever won who has run for the presidential nomination of any party in our country's history. I am very proud of that. But more than that, I am humbled and grateful.
It is inconceivable to me people who work hard and do a good job every day can still be fired because of who they love. It is unfair, it is un-American, and we're going to put a stop to it once and for all.
Well, I think it's important that we recognize how people feel across America. They feel as though they're standing on a trap door. They are one pink slip, one missed mortgage payment, one medical diagnosis away from falling through.
Hillary Clinton is now viewed favorably by 65% of Americans, outshining even Michelle Obama.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time. It's not over until the lady in the pantsuit says it is. We all want an America defined by deep and meaningful equality, from civil rights to labor rights, from women's rights to gay rights, from ending discrimination. There are no acceptable limits, and there are no acceptable prejudices in the 21st century in our country.
We have a common task and a common challenge.
Why can't we see that we are all in this together?
18 million of you from all walks of life. Women and men, young and old, Latino and Asian, African American and Caucasian, rich, poor and middle class, gay and straight, you have stood with me. And I will continue to stand strong with you every time, every place, and every way that I can. The dreams we share are worth fighting for.